So today we are kind of doing something a little different. Something that I wanted to do on the channel, but never quite really found the right timing for. And basically today what we're going to be discussing is we're going to be discussing manga. Basically manga has been a big part of my life, and I have a lot of like learning curves, a little bit at least, through storytelling through manga. Other stories also involved, but manga has been kind of like the one genre that I've been exploring throughout my life, and it's something that's really good for me. Now, the impetus for this one, or the starting point for this, the reason why I'm making this, is if you have seen my previous video, it's the 1133 chapter of One Piece, and that's what we're going to be talking about today, because it was a highlight that I was not expecting, but also expecting at the same time. So for all of you guys who have not caught up with the manga or don't know anything about it or are still fresh, I would suggest skipping this video. This is not for you guys, it's just me talking about something that really made me happy. So yeah, we're basically going to be talking about the big thing that happened in 1133 and just the chapter in general, because it was just beautiful. So yeah, I hope you guys do like it. If you guys like it, please leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you can. It kind of helps me out, and also kind of helps me understand if you like this type of content as well. Definitely leave a comment down in the bottom seeing if you guys kind of like this type of videos. It's always great to kind of get some feedback about that so that I can help the channel grow according to that. So, jumping right into it. This chapter was something else. It was like a ray of hope that was very much needed in, I guess, in most people's lives. Like anyone reading One Piece, this was a ray of hope that felt like an unexpected punch, but like in a good way. So I'm just gonna, from here on out, everything else is spoiler, so if you haven't left already, leave, because if you don't want to get spoiled, obviously, if you're okay with being spoiled, stick around. It might be a fun ride for you guys. So starting with like a little bit of backstory. Saul dying in Robin's arc was one of the worst things that helped cement, I would say, the Enies Lobby and War 7 arc as one of the greatest arcs in One Piece. But to find out so after that, finding out later that Saul actually survived kind of gave every fan a hope of them meeting together. But we didn't expect it to be so soon. Like the reveal of Saul being alive was at the beginning of Egghead. And by the beginning of Elbaf, we're already meeting Saul, which is obviously, honestly, when Egghead came in, we didn't know Elbaf was going to be the second next island. I mean, there were definitely theories, obviously, but we weren't 100% sure. Knowing that Elbaf is the next island, we kind of understood that Saul's meeting was going to be there. But I did not expect this meeting to be that much of a punch. I don't know how to explain it unless you've reached it, but Robin's arc was like Robin's backstory arc was kind of devastating for a lot of fans. Like, yeah, it builds up Robin's character, but it kind of shows the hardships that the girl has gone through. And Robin in general is not emotive character. Very, very chill, very calm. Usually does not emote. Only 2 times that I've seen her thoroughly emote is when she asked Luffy to take her with her, and in this chapter. And that has an impact. When a girl, not as emotive, shows her emotions, it is hard to explain. It's just it hits you like you never hit before. So with that backstory out of the way, let's just dive into the chapter. So what we saw in this chapter, basically, I just went through the chapter recently again. So we saw Robin struggles after she got branded. So we saw Spandine lie about Robin causing the destruction of O'Hara and not the Buster Call. I mean, like, what do you even mean by that? Like, what's wrong with you? Who does that to a kid? Anyway, moving past that, Robin is designated public enemy number 1, and basically just goes on to get betrayed at every turn. We find out that she actually was on the verge of freaking killing herself. I don't know a lot about anything, but suicide is not something to no one should be driven to that point. No one should ever be driven to that point. And if someone is driven to that point, it's something that's wrong with society. If society is driving you to that point, there's something wrong with society, right? You should never. Everyone is special in their own ways. They just have to find it, right? And to think that she went through almost, but only thing that saved her was her mom telling her to live, and Saul telling her to live. These were the only two people at that point of her life that actually ever had believed in her, right? That's it. They were the only two, and that was it. And we find out that after everything, that she's alive, that one of the two people she considered dead and also believed in her is alive. I mean, Robin isn't an emotive person, but I can just imagine the joy that Robin would have felt once she learned that in Egghead. And that is something like I cannot understand why she didn't emote. I kind of do understand it, but I also don't. I think she was looking for like a verifiable proof, because so far everything has been messing with her. Everything except the Straw Hats has been messing with her. So I think she needed definite proof to actually be emotive. But man, the pure joy that she would have experienced just knowing that he's alive. So we come to Elbaf. We kind of learned about a couple of things. We learned that Linlin is apparently we have survivors from Linlin's event that we kind of don't know anything about, and that something related to taboos of the giants. So we might learn a little bit more about Big Mom in this one. And we also do learn that Saul's there. And this is kind of like very Robin-esque. She basically, everyone just kind of like just looking forward to party. Obviously, Straw Hats will always do that. But Robin, very Robin-esquely, is like, she kind of, the way it's portrayed in the scene, it's kind of like, she's like suddenly like, you know, I have something else to do, I want to go and do that, which is so Robin-esque. But Luffy, the great guy he is, kind of understands what Robin is saying, and he's like, yeah, that's definitely something that we need to do. Like, parties can wait, but that's something that has to happen. So they head to meet Saul, and we are met with someone basically screaming that Saul is fallen down again, which is kind of like something that could happen, I would say, given that I'm pretty sure Aokiji completely freezing him did leave some problems in a thing, and I'm kind of concerned I don't want it to happen, but I'm kind of I'm just gonna leave it at say I'm kind of concerned about this. Anyway, so once he falls down, Robin kind of treats it like that's just Saul being Saul, and the rest of the Straw Hats stay back, and Robin goes ahead to meet him, which is honestly the right choice in writing there. And as he walks up to him, Saul tries to scare her because, so just to break the ice, and I think it's because he still sees her as the child that she was. But then he kind of like states that he's trying to break the ice, and then he picks her up to kind of like look at how she's grown, and she's like, "Oh my god, you look just like your mother," which is another punchline slowly building up. And he laughs the laugh that he told Robin to do, and he basically says he looks like she looks like Olivia, and they basically talk about what happened. And Robin asks him, like, it's so interesting what she asks him. She's like, "Won't you praise me for surviving all this while?" And that shows like the lost childishness that Robin ever felt. Like, her childhood was gone, and that small thing, like, I would say one of the two people who actually cared about her, asking for that from that person, like, Saul was almost like a parent to her. So asking that from her parent it just shows that he wants like a little bit of that back, which is perfect. And then Saul that takes a look at her and tells her, like, yeah, a child like you having to go through all that, I am so glad you survived and found the people that are there. I don't think he says found the people who are there, but something along the line. And they kind of like hug each other. Robin hugs his face, and it ends with them both crying their eyes out. The only other time I have seen Robin cry in the entire series is Annie's Lobby, or emote of any kind. Like, Robin feels like a very robotic character, but this is the only other time I've seen her like bawl, and it is so perfect. And it just it's a ray of sunshine that I think we all needed in general. I know a lot of stuff is going on in the world right now, and we're kind of growing more and more unempathetic towards a lot of things. But these kind of things kind of remind me that humans are more capable of empathy, and I'm pretty sure every reader of One Piece that has been following the entire series along up to this point felt something at least over there. Like, I was on the verge of tears. Every time I read that scene, I'm kind of like on the verge of tears. But it is something unexpected. That's what it was. It was something completely unexpected, but so beautiful. Yeah, going back to what where we were at, and we kind of zoom out to see Luffy smiling, just like Luffy is, kind of knows happiness, how to show happiness, and all the other Straw Hats bawling their eyes out, except for Zoro, obviously, because, like, why show emotion, right? Zoro, why show emotion? Yeah, so it just something that I had to get out there. It was just an amazing moment in One Piece, and one of the few moments in One Piece that kind of like helped me understand why there's so many fans of One Piece out there, why people praise it as one of the greatest stories written of all time. All right, because there are moments in it, there's subtle moments in it that pull at your heartstrings. Like this one, like, there are moments, there are sad moments, there are happy moments, and although like there's a lot of big criticism, but that characters don't die. That's true. Character deaths are important in case of certain, in case there should be consequence. All right, in a series that actually aims to go somewhere, there should be some level of consequence, and the heroes can't be winning all the time. But One Piece has that. There are moments of consequences. Yes, not all consequences are unrevocable, or erasable, but there are some big consequences, and I have a feeling that there's going to be something along the lines of that one consequence again this arc. I really hope it's not. I really hope it's not. But there seems to be an indication of that. Yeah, I just wanted to get this out there. It was something, again, unexpected that came up, and it seemed like the right time for me to make this video because it just put a smile on my face, and I just want to express that. Alright, that was it for me. I think I kind of made my feelings very clear. I hope you guys are enjoying One Piece as much as I am. And if you guys did like this video, let me know down below in the comments, and do what you're gonna do regarding all the buttons down there. Again, One Piece, one of the best mangas mangas I've followed in a while. I hope to be talking more about mangas in the near future. Just let me know if you guys like this type of content. I will definitely see what I can do regarding that. There's a bunch of manga that I really want to talk about, but today I just had to get this off my chest because One Piece hit me in the gut with this chapter. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time, and I'm out.